welcome back to the Final Whistle podcast. From you see the face and you hear the voice, you know it's Javon, and I'm here with my panelists for the Sideline View, Marshall and Robert. Before we continue, please remember to like, share, comment, subscribe. Road to 2,000 subscribers, then 3,000, and then we make a big jump to 10. Magically, it will happen. But so let's get started with the boys on the show. Robert, how you doing today?
I'm good, man. I'm good. I'm good. You know, glad football is back. Glad your national break is over with, and now we can play. Glad we're playing. Every 3 days makes it easier to get over. An undesired result. So you get a chance to right the wrongs very quickly, rather than being on it for the whole week. So yeah, we got business to take care of. I'm looking forward to it.
Most definitely, most definitely. Marshall, the man that's casual everywhere except Twitter. How you doing, bro?
I'm calm. I was just talking to Robert about this before we started. I've been calm. I've been good. Even on
So he
Twitter.
says.
But
So he says.
so I say. No, I've been good. Just unfortunate turn of events for the last game, but like Robert says, we got another game to pay attention to. We're still undefeated, and I'm still confident that we're going to get a result against Bayern, which we'll discuss.
Most definitely, most definitely. And I agree. So let's start with the usual. Brentford. Always a bogey team for us over the last couple of years, and even without Thomas Frank, they turned out to be a bogey team. No, the fans and the subscribers and the viewers to this channel would have seen my match reaction. Let us start with Robert, because Robert does not have a YouTube channel, at least as of yet, and then we'll go to Marshall. Robert, what's your match reaction and your thoughts on the game based on what you saw?
Yeah, I mean, unfortunate result in the end. But I just felt like it was one of those days where, I think it's just one of those days in the office where we just had a little bit of fitness niggles, rest required, but around too many players and too many of our top players. And if one of them had been available and had played and started, I think we win this game comfortably. And so it's just one of those days where Cucurella couldn't start because he had just come back from the national break. Spain, Rhys James couldn't start because Tuchel had played in 2 games. Caicedo started the game slowly because he had been, with Ecuador. He had Cole Palmer who could start because he just come back from fitness. He had Estaval who was sick, couldn't play. You have João Pedro who wasn't 100%. You couldn't play Buonanotte more than 45 minutes. Fofana, you couldn't play more than 45 minutes. So you have all these. The only one that had no fitness concern whatsoever was maybe like Enzo Fernandez and the 2 center back and the goalkeeper. Everybody else was, well, Gittins showed confidence, but I don't think Gittins starts if Estaval is fit. And if one of our fullbacks start that game, I think we win it comfortably. I think if Cucurella starts, we win it. If Rhys James starts, we win it. If Cole Palmer starts, we win it. If Estaval starts ahead of Gittins, and it's Gittins, it's Estaval and Neto, I think we win it. So it's just one of those days. Unfortunate to concede at the very end, and it's a calamity of mistakes by everybody, from giving away the throw in the first place to winning the first header, to Rhys James not being in position, to Garnacho falling asleep at the back post. All a calamity of errors and mistakes, but it is what it is. If you can't win it, don't lose it. You get out there. In one of those days where we have all these little. It's not like it's big injury. Just like everybody fitness was just not right on that day. Yeah. Everybody has little question marks around their fitness and the minutes and the monitoring and all that. And so to get out there with a 2-2, as heartbreaking as it was at the end, hey, take it and move.
And I like how you brought that up, Robert. Respect for that, because my whole thing was stop trying to. I get agendas after agenda, but not on this one. Leave Garnacho alone on this one. There's no way there's a minute and a half left in the game and there's nobody at the back post. You have 5, 6, 7 players in the box and everybody's at the front post.
Yep.
People are standing at the edge of the box for what? And I will die on this hill. It's a throw-in. The ball is always going to get flicked on to go to the back post. However you slice the cake. You understand? And you can't blame Sanchez for this, and you can't fully blame Garnacho. Because there shouldn't be one man at the back post and a minute and a half left. And remember, we didn't play at our best. So to find ourselves 2-1 up with a minute and a half to go, and you can't defend that, the whole defense have to hold card, man. Marshall, what's your thoughts on the games?
No, I mean, if I had to go backwards, I mean, I agree with what you said on that. I think, especially now in the age of social media, we have to take our agendas and our biases and our dislike for certain players aside and actually have rational, thought and rational analysis of the game, right?
Yeah.
Listen, if it was just a back post and there wasn't a flick on everything, then yeah, I can entertain. Yeah, Garnacho should have done better and everything. And at the end of the day, yeah, maybe he should have done better, but it shouldn't even gotten to him from the beginning.
Yeah.
And there shouldn't be five defenders on 2 Brentford players.
And still that winner.
I mean, listen, you got Tosin there. Tosin's a physical enough person that he can get and win a ball. I mean, what was he? Last season, he was in terms of our team, he won the most aerial battles. So, like, that should be enough. So that's besides the point. Like, yeah, that game, I think we should have won. I think we had done enough to win. I think we even did enough to win by more. But unfortunately, we just weren't clinical on a few of the chances we had. You had, I think Enzo in that first half, and that cross ends up hitting the post. I think there's another moment where Enzo, unfortunately, doesn't get to the ball in time, and it's cleared off the line. There's like a little squabble in front of the line. Then, Palmer had a chance as well. We overall had the better chances, but you don't win football by creating the better chances. You win football by scoring from those chances and taking your chances. Exactly. And unfortunately, we fell asleep in the last minute, and Brentford get the equalizer. Now, listen, I'm not going to say controversy this, controversy that. I think we all understand that was a little bit of controversy at the end there, and it probably should have been spoken about more by the media, but they'll tuck it away to the side because it doesn't suit the narrative, right?
It's just, yeah, that's right.
Jose called it a long time ago, and if you know, you know. But
yeah,
overall, like, I think there was some positives to take out of the game. I thought Buenanote on the ball looked really good. Off the ball, needs some work, but I do like what I see from Buenanote. We just have to tweak that and fix that off the ball work for him and his development and how he can help the team out going forward. There was also, Gittins. He's raw. But we need to see improvement from him, and we'll eventually see him get better. Listen, I like to give players 2 seasons. You guys probably the same way to an extent, especially when they're coming from another league. The second season when I really see you shine. So with Gittins, it's patience for me. I'll be patient. But Garnacho looked good when he came off, created that chance that ended up being, in front of Moises Caicedo to score that absolute screamer of a goal. Brilliant goal from Moises Caicedo. He was brilliant. He was brilliant for that goal. And I got to give it to Garnacho. Garnacho was good. Hato, give it time as well. I mean, I got to criticize Maresca a little bit for how he set up in that game. And maybe we'll talk about that a little more. But overall, it is what it is. It is what it is. It's just we're still undefeated. That's the way I see it. Yeah. And it's like the last 22 games, 2 draws, 2 losses, and then what is it, 18 wins? So that's the way I look at it. I'm not just looking at the Premier League.
Again, I'm not angry at us for drawing. I'm angry at how we drew, only because we when you can see the makings of a team. You can see like the levels. It's like somehow one little mistake from us is what cost us from finishing top at the table on that Saturday. And I just don't want us to continue making those mistakes. Because, listen, we're going to get games like this, especially with competitions we're in. Like Robert said, question marks in terms of fitness. And it just came back from an international break. So we get that changes had to be made. Yes. But somehow we find ourselves 2-1 up. And that's what I'm angry about. We threw away the opportunity to we throw away the opportunity to win unconvincingly, get the 3 points despite the performance, and we get that and move. But hey, we're still undefeated. I'm not mad about that. I'm not mad
Mm-hmm.
about if you can't win the game, don't lose it. I'm never going to be upset about that. It's just that when you put things into context and where you're at in the game, take advantage of it, you know, because
Mm-hmm.
that's going to translate into taking, much like what Robert said. He doesn't expect us to go out and dominate this title run, but we're going to be thereabouts. So if someone slips up, we take advantage of it. And taking advantage of it starts from the smaller games, so it will lead into the bigger advantages that's there to come in the future. Now, let's talk about the game tactically for a bit, and I'll start with Robert again on this. What were your ideas on how we set up at the back? Because Marshall brought it out, and the performance. Let's do midfield back, defense performance, midfield performance, and then we'll go
Yeah, I
forward.
mean, when I saw the lineup, I did not. I'll be honest with you, I wasn't. I did not like it. Unless again, tomorrow would justify
Yeah,
if it is less. If Gusto doesn't start, then I don't get why
he was
we
there.
have we have to change our game to match Brentford, where they should be changing their game to match what we do.
Mhm.
And I think that my only criticism in that game is that I think Moresca gave Brentford a little too much respect. From
Mhm.
the way he started the game with the three centre back. He did this against Ipswich again, right? Against Ipswich, he put the three centre back because he was scared of the lap, right? And then we got cooked. And then I think we drew 2-2. And then actually he threw out to square the lap, and the lap didn't even start that game. The
Mhm.
Ipswich game in April, the lap didn't even start,
Mhm.
right? And so having three out and out centre backs kind of limits the way we play. And then you have Fofana, who's not good at progressing the ball. So just like we would have like a ball will go to him, and Enzo is just 10 yards ahead of him. But because there's like a Brentford player in the vicinity, he doesn't want to make the pass because he deems it too risky. Now, if you have a Gusto or Rich James there, they make that pass right away, right? And then the attack spurs on, and the attack goes on. Fofana instead will try and sit and go take it back to Sanchez, or pass it back to Tosin, and then it's gonna be Trev who's gonna try to carry the ball, and him
Mhm.
carrying the ball is not good at it, and then he's gonna lose possession trying to, after he does a couple carries and he runs out of ideas. I think it was just that's why I said if one of the fullback had been able to start, if Cucurella starts, Hato inverting doesn't happen. And if
Mhm.
Cucurella inverting makes it 100 times better. Cucurella in those little,
Pockets.
pockets in the advance in the number 10 there, it's a much better. He's a better connector. If Gusto or Rich James starts, maybe the ball is passed much faster to Henzo Fernandez and to Pedro Neto. And so one of those two little things that happen. And so I wasn't. Now I'm expecting tomorrow to have the same lineup as we did at PSG with Gusto starting and the running and the all the running and that Gusto had to do. So maybe that's why Moresca seeing that Gusto's fitness and energy will be needed for Bayern, he held him back. Because I was in my mind, I was like, oh well, Gusto only played maybe I think one half for France, expecting Gusto to start. I didn't expect Reese to start. And so I think he gave Brentford too much respect, and that's sometimes that's all my criticism of Moresca. Sometimes, especially against these little teams that have a physical a physical forward or play physical or tall, I think he tends to overthink it a little bit. Which again, tailoring tailoring your style of play or your starting 11 to fit the opponent is a cup. When you do it in the cup, it's
So
brilliant.
good.
You can
When in the
win. You
league,
can
it
win the
will
cup.
cost you.
But in the league, you need to remain consistent. If you keep to switching every single game week, you become a tinker man, and you're gonna get one of those days where you've done too much and
Yeah.
you've given the opponent too much respect, and you end up just having a 2-2 game rather than playing your game and just overpowering them because you're just better and more talented.
Yep. 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 And we'll talk about going forward, because even then, a couple of the players should have. We could have still won that game, because we'll talk about the chances missed. Marshall, your thoughts on the defense and
Yeah.
what was given out?
I think the one thing I disagreed with, and I've been going back and forth with a lot of people about this, is, and I disagree with Robert on this. I think Cucurella would have just been fine if he played. I don't think I don't see Cucurella as the type of player that gets better when he has full rest.
Yeah, I see. I agree with you with that.
Facts.
Yeah,
Facts.
I feel like Cucurella is the type of player that, similar to Salah, like you need to keep playing him because if you give him a rest, he loses that momentum and that mental sharpness. And so I understand Maresca wanting to save players for Bayern in this instance. And we will know when the Bayern lineup comes up. We'll talk about it, but I expect Cucurella to be there. But that's a game where, like, I think you can't just throw. And I also disagree with Robert on this. Like, I feel like it's the opposite for me. I feel like Maresca underestimated Brentford. I think, like, to me, it feels like Maresca thought he could get away with Fofana at right back and Hato at left back. And Hato, who needs time to gel, needs time to integrate into the squad, needs time to get used to the physicality of the Prem, and you start him. And then you hook him. Like, it's not doing good for his confidence. At halftime, he had to make all those changes because he realized Hato wasn't playing too well. Like, he was okay, but he lost the ball twice. And the 2 times he lost it nearly cost us a counterattack, putting Tosin in a very vulnerable position, which I think on that day, and people want to say, oh, now they found out Tosin off of 2 instances, off of Josh King's offside goal and then the goal we conceded against Brentford. I think on a better day, Tosin is okay, and he can deal with that. But 9 times out of 10, you're gonna try that again, even against Virgil van Dijk. That one time you will do him. You will do him over. Like, it's gonna happen with center backs. It always does. I don't think it means anything, but if I see consistency, I'll come back and retract my statement. I'll call it out and I'll say Tosin, that's a weakness of Tosin. But I think the center back pairing were fine. Chalobah and Tosin, I think, were okay. But I think where we lost a lot of ground was on the fullbacks. Hato wasn't ready. I think Hato needs to be integrated a little slower. I think there was too many changes in that lineup. Four players that haven't been playing consistently in that first team. And I say that because the 3 of them are new, but the one isn't new, but he hasn't played in about 8 months it's been for Fofana. Mm-hmm. And on top of it, you bring in Fofana and you place him in right back. And I know he could play right back, but this is his first start since the surgery. So I think there was a little bit of carelessness from Maresca. And for the first goal, you can tell like that Fofana not being sharp, not being on it is what cost Tosin to be in that situation he was in. So I know I'm putting too much onus on Tosin as I am on Fofana. And then, Hato wasn't ready, in my opinion.
Basha, I think Fofana starting is because Maresca wanted height, because he was worried about Brentford height. And Acheampong would start, but I don't think he trusts Acheampong that much.
It's unfortunate,
especially in this game. And so that's what I'm saying. He gave them too much respect, thinking, their heights are going to be an issue. Which again, I'll stress, he did the same against Brentford. Against Ipswich, thinking Delap Delap's physicality and whatnot is going to be an issue for us. So he started 3 all out and out centre backs. And then it's the little guy that came and punish us. The guy we just bought for Strasbourg. I forgot his name. He's the one that ended up punishing us. And so if you just played your game and you have better players, I mean, who cares what Brentford's? Yeah, they have the height, but we're not chump change either. So I think you give them too much respect, and that's what
I could see it.
Yeah, and I agree. And just something on the Fofana point. Didn't we see this already last season? Like, anytime Fofana has just returned from injury, we all 3 of us have a small gripe with him. Like, he's erratic. 2, it takes some time to get up to speed with how we play.
Exactly.
And then he always... Because where was Fofana when Tosin was 1v1? This man is tracking back, jogging back instead of getting in that position. And I'm not necessarily saying he'll get there, but we see where Fofana is erratic. He's in the box as a striker at times. Why? Why? That's
the thing, though, Javon, right? Like, when it comes to Fofana specifically, we have to remember he was out for how long? Like half of the season at the end, right? Or the last
Yeah.
4 or 5 months. Everyone's already understood. Over Club World Cup is when the system starting to click. Everyone finally caught up and understood what exactly Maresca wants to do. Fofana's not there yet. He's behind. He needs to take makeup classes. He needs to do classes over on the weekends, night classes. He's got to do the whole thing, extra credits. That's what he's got to do to make up, or he's going to fail.
Yeah, but this is only if you listen when they told him to have surgery in December. He would have caught up by now, and you wouldn't be how you're monitoring his fitness, because he would have been fine with it, because he would have come back to the end of the season. He would have played Club World Cup, and then he would have had good preseason, and then it would have been good to go. But he decided to be a knucklehead and went ahead and said, I'm returning in 6 weeks. I don't know what the coach is talking about. I'm back in 6 weeks. And then came back, injured himself again, and then had to do the surgery.
That's why
Fofana, I'm running out
Fofana.
of patience with Fofana. In other news, before we continue, Romeo Lavia and my boy Badia Shield is back in full team training, and I love it. And yes, you know why? Because Badia Shield, this is your time, brother. This is your time, as Robert would say. This is your time, brother. Come, because whether you guys rate him or not, and we kind of rate him to a certain extent. We know he's deficient defensively.
I do rate him quite highly.
But that man, when he's in a groove and he's ready to pass that ball, I think he's better than Levi Cowell. I say it with my chest. I'm say it with my chest.
I'm there with you.
Say it with my chest.
I think he progresses the ball much faster, and is a better line breaking passer than Levi Cowell.
Yep. And not playing him off the right, play him in his actual position, left-sided centre back or centre back when we shift to a back three when we're on the ball. So, and one of my favorite midfielders, Romeo Lavia. Listen, please be fit for Manchester United. Please be fit. We're gonna talk about that. My blood's boiling already for that crusty club. Moving on. So within the Brentford game, before we start to talk about Bayern Munich in unison, we still could have won that game. We played horribly, but we missed some chances. Neto, Palmer. Oh, who else? Neto, Palmer, Tyreek George. He should have drilled that shot across the floor. Listen, I'm having qualms with Tyreek George, but I'm not gonna go too harsh on the kid. Why is he still here? I don't know. But what do you guys think about the chances missed? And could we have won this game, even though we played horribly? Marshall, start with you. Then go to Robert.
I think we could have. When you dumb it down, both of the goals, it's not like Brentford really got the best of us. It came from errors. Like, it came from just errors overall with the defense, right? Like Fofana falling asleep. I think even at the end, our defense deciding, let's all try to go for the ball. I think that's lack of communication there, like the simple lack of communication that maybe Fofana had with Tosin in that goal. And I think that those two things played a factor. Those are mistakes, right? That you can't pinpoint to Brentford being better. It was just Brentford being clinical when asked to. Right. If we get one person on that header for the last goal, then maybe we have 2 or 3 other defenders on the rest of that area to block off that ball. That ball doesn't bounce to where it's supposed to go. Or even if it gets flicked on from there, Sanchez can get it because maybe it's flicked on directly to goal. So looking at the chances we created as well. Listen, for some reason, Kelleher becomes prime Iker Casillas against us. I don't know what it is about that kid. He just loves to save goals against us. It's ridiculous, but we still had chances to score. We still had chances to get ahead of the game. I thought in that game in general, and I don't say this often, I thought Enzo Fernandez was the better midfielder to Moises Caicedo.
Back. My boy's coming back.
He was like, coming back, bro. He was doing some crazy dispossessing work, like winning the ball back, finding, like, he didn't always pull it off, but that's what you get with Enzo. Like, he's going to have to take risks with his passing. and there was so many chances he created that we just didn't do anything. Even the Neto had a 1v1, right?
Yeah. Yep. So
It's
can I
stuff
say
like that.
something?
Like we did enough to win that game.
So can I say something in Enzo's defense? Right. Let me raise my hand here in Enzo's defense, bro. Right. Half of that was on Gittins, and here's why. I've seen Enzo play that pass to net, play some passes, to play the exact same type of passes to Neto, and Neto has an end product where he pulls off the pass or he scores himself. There's umpteen amount of times where Enzo put his foot on the ball and plays an inside line breaking pass that splits the entire back five. Splits the midfielder, splits the entire back five. But guess what? Gittins is too late to that run. Or he's running on the outside of the defender instead of curving your run and making it on the inside. Or timing that run properly. Or going too soon. Or going too late. You understand? So that when I criticize or talk about Gittins' end product, I'm not just talking about the final pass or the finishing. I'm talking about everything that encompasses what your run like. Right? Where are you positioning to receive the ball? Go ahead.
And on Gittins too, because obviously we got to talk about Gittins. I think João Pedro, this is where Buonanotte kind of didn't help his case, right? I think Gittins is a good player. I'm not gonna sit here and feed into this idea that he's shit. He was a waste of money. Like, I do agree we paid a little bit too much for him, but I've seen him play in Club World Cup with my own eyes, and I know the player that I saw. Like, he is a talented player. Maybe he's not as good as Madueke now, but he could be better than Madueke in a season or two, right? And so, for me, I saw that Gittins was making runs. I saw that he was trying to get into spaces and stuff. And when he did get the ball, he did lose it, and it was frustrating, which is probably why that side, that left-hand side, didn't get as much service as the right-hand side, especially in that first half. You know, and another thing on Maresca too, I do think he probably should have hooked Gittins at halftime. The fact that Gittins got 60 minutes I think it did a lot to his confidence, and you could tell because he posted afterwards saying I should have done better. But I think what didn't help Gittins is the fact that on that left side you don't have Cucurella, right? So you have Hato, who is still like, you know, he's trying not to lose the ball, and he's trying to like, when do I go into the midfield? When do I get back? Like learning the system, and then on top of it, you have Buonanotte that off the ball. He's not making himself available. He's not running into spaces like Palmer usually does. And again, that's
ball.
Palmer. Yeah, off the ball. When he had the ball, I thought he was the tiki-taka with Enzo. I thought he was brilliant on the ball. Like I knew there was a good player there. I knew there was a good player.
Bro, I did not know.
You were right. And I've been telling people like,
you don't know about Buonanotte. You just saw the name like, man.
Yes, sir. I'll be honest.
A lot of people did.
I gotta study the player, man.
Javon, as soon as I heard Buonanotte, I went on FB Ref and I'm like, all right, what is this guy? Oh, okay. This guy is like,
you know what I like? He's so tidy.
He's a good player.
He's very tidy.
He's tidy. And I hear your point off the ball. But I thought you were talking about defensively. I thought he was great defensively.
No, defensively he was trying to get interceptions. He was trying to get
he was winning possession back, and that's one of his strengths is that he works. He's a workhorse. I called him Gallagher with tech.
Yeah, you said that last episode.
Yeah, man.
No, you're not wrong. You're not. People say that.
Press. He would like the way if the ball is in the air, he's short, but the way he leans into the center back so that the ball falls onto him and he wins that duel. I'm like, damn. Okay.
Gallagher would never be able to.
He's not gonna jump, but he just leans into the center back who's taller. Like when the center back jumps, obviously he's not gonna meet it because Buonanotte's body is in the way, and then when the ball just comes, he controls it and he wins. Like that's
knowing
high football IQ.
Yeah, that's knowing your abilities, what you can and can't do.
Yeah, and I'm happy now he's added into the Champions League squad because
no.
I'm telling you, this boy is gonna be. I promise you this, but I think I said this last show. By the end of the season, a lot of Chelsea fans are gonna be asking that we buy him permanently.
Yeah. No,
I can see right now
because I can see him putting in a performance against Benfica. I don't know if he's gonna feature tomorrow only because it's the first time back in Champions League. And a lot of our players that are ready to pick up major titles are going to want to play well and show up. But against like a proper Champions League tie, I could see him putting up. Bro, his first touch, his link up play, his movement. Once he does the one to shift around the defenses. Imagine when he has time and space. I want to see more of this guy in the team. But Robert, let's talk about the missed chances and how we could have won this game. Talk to me.
God, I'm glad Jackson's not here because we're blaming it all on Jackson this time.
He's not wrong.
He's not wrong.
I'm not wrong. Jackson would have missed one of them. Imagine if Jackson had missed that Cole Palmer chance. We would have sitting here and be like,
Robert,
we lost that game because of
imagine if Jackson missed that Holland chance over the weekend. Mm-hmm. Imagine if Jackson missed that Holland chance over the weekend, bro.
Oh my God! Can you imagine? No, like
it would have been anarchy. See, this is why we didn't want to have 3 strikers. We should have 3 strikers.
This is why we were quite a striker. Did all this. Yeah, because I remember against Palace last season, he scored. We drew 1-1, but he scored. But he missed a big chance, and people say we lost because of Jackson. Jackson missed cost us that game. But it is. I think Cole Palmer should score that chance, that cutback that Neto carried to him after that lovely Enzo pass over the top. And I think the chance that Garnacho created for Cole Palmer in the end after they score to go to that he blasts over the bar, like it's him against the keeper, like on your favorite left foot. You at least test the keeper. At least test the keeper. If not, just keep it low or blast it to the keeper, but make sure it's on target. If he saves it, he saves it, but make sure it's on target because I think Garnacho did well to create that chance for him, but he blasted over the bar. And you have some other little half chances here and there. But yeah, I mean, we should have won. But let's not kid ourselves. They had great chances. Sanchez had to pull out a couple really smart saves.
Sanchez played well, very well.
Sanchez kept us in that game.
They had their chances too. So I mean, on the overall, we missed chances. But again, we are the better player. We have the more talented player. If we call Palmer world class, I don't care if it's Kelleher. Kelleher is not a world class goalkeeper. Cole Palmer should have known that he's coming this way. I need to keep the ball that way,
where he's coming from. Yeah,
or hit it with pace underneath him before he jumps. So it is what it is. I mean, we move. The game is behind us now. I mean, you can sit here and cry about the missed chances, but it's not gonna come back.
Yeah, most definitely. It's not gonna come back. And we move on from the Brentford game, and we look forward to Bayern Munich, where it all started for us. Where we're coming back to the Allianz Arena, and our recent record there hasn't been the best. I think we drew and we lost. Let me pull up our last fixtures day. And LC, give me a minute, please. Yes, we have Bayern Munich coming up, and boy, we're returning back to the Champions League. How we feeling going the day before? Because this show is going to be released tomorrow morning at 10 a.m. and we'll see how it goes when we play at 3 p.m. tomorrow. So our last record against Bayern Munich in the Champions League. Let me pull this up here. Bayern has won, I think 4-1, and then we drew. So we don't necessarily have the best recent record against Bayern Munich, but we're back at the Allianz Arena. We have a better squad. Frank Lampard is not in charge. And Frank Lampard is not in charge. I'm just pulling up this here. Yeah, Frank Lampard is not in charge. We have Maresca. We have a better team. We have Caicedo. We have Cole Palmer. We have Cucurella. We have Reece James. And we're ready to go. On All You Can Eat Chelsea this morning, we were discussing and we looked at that Bayern lineup. And fellas, let me bring it up here again. Let me bring it up here again. And I will share. So the last game they played against Hamburger, right? And let's
Hamburger.
I'm sorry, Hamburg.
I mean, I think that's what it stands for, right? It's short for hamburger. Hamburgers come from Hamburg or something.
Yes. Let me pull up this match here so I can share the screen. So this is their starting 11. Where's the thingy? The thing is right here. This is their starting 11. Over here, they have in the middle of the park, they have Palpovic, Kimmich, Gnabry as a 10, Olise, Diaz, Kane up front, and so on and so forth. Listen, listen. Hold on. Let me see if we can make this. Listen. You see, if this midfield, right? If this midfield comes up against ours, bro, what we saying, boys? What we saying? What we saying? When you see this starting 11,
Now, I want to hear your opinion to first before I offer mine.
Marshall, go ahead.
I second Robert.
Why I gotta go first? All right, listen. There's not a midfield in Europe I fear, but this midfield, come on, Caicedo. This is where I want you to run Rob shot. It's supposed to be a nice game for you, Caicedo. I'm not saying easy, but it's one of those games where you can. I know you can out muscle some of the opponents in there. You're going to get your tackles off, and Enzo, you're going to have space at the bar. Who in the midfield is going to press Enzo? Unless Goretzka starts. And even then, I'm sticking Caicedo and Goretzka. You know? So, can you imagine us going forward and Caicedo having the space? I'm salivating. I'm ready for this game. Can it be 3 p.m. tomorrow already? Because I know fully that my midfield, I trust it. Palmer is a better 10 than Gnabry is. Right? Enzo, Caicedo. I know people are saying, oh, why are you taking Enzo over Kimmich? I'm taking Enzo over Kimmich all day. All day.
Yeah. Easy.
Right? Conrad Limer is playing as a right back, people. Sorry, right back, people. Neto, you better cook. Even if Gitten start, you better cook that, man. Right? Stanic, I'm not too familiar with your game. I've seen you play it a couple times, but Estevao or Palmer. Don't play with me. And João Pedro against Upamecano, the scrub. The only defender I rate from Bayern Munich is Jonathan Tah. You know, and when I say the reason why I said Upamecano because he has a bozo moment in him, and you cannot deny that. You cannot deny that. Anyways, are you a Chelsea fan or are you a Bayern Munich fan, sir? Stop it.
No. You that the old jab. What's your prediction? What do you think is gonna happen tomorrow? You talking about midfield?
3-1 Chelsea. Right now.
Okay.
Brawling. Okay. Maybe one side until the landslides, and that is Chelsea.
You know, you guys remember how many seasons? I think it was like 3 seasons ago when Gundogan cooked Sanchez from Spurs.
Yeah.
Like properly cooked him, made him eat the grass and everything.
Yeah.
That's what I want João Pedro to do to Upamecano.
Yes.
That's what I want João Pedro to do to Upamecano. Or Ta, pick your poison. You know, I think Upamecano though. I want to see that happen.
We're not prejudiced around it. Any one of you can get it. Anyone can.
Any of them. I'm looking at that defense and I'm like salivating because they're decent on their day, but I don't think they're gonna do enough to stop Cole Palmer or a João Pedro, especially if they're linking up. They're tiki taka. We got Samba back, bro. Like, come on, like we'll be okay. Like, there's liquid football in that middle that can happen with those defenders. And even if you look at the wings, like Estevao or Neto, especially in the form he's in right now, I genuinely think we're gonna cook that defense. The midfield, I think we'll be okay. However, I got to look at my own defense too, and I got to think Harry Kane, Gnabry, Olise, I'm not too worried about.
Cucurella, I send you down there.
Cucurella's there. Mm-hmm. Yeah, Cucurella's there, so I'm not worried about Olise. But Harry Kane, I'm going to still respect Harry Kane because Harry Kane is Harry Kane.
That's a good man.
But I do think he'll cause us a little bit of issues. I think Tosin will do okay. I think Caicedo might have a job on his hands too to make sure he's also marked. But I think it's gonna be a fun game for one. I think it's gonna be a good game. I'm confident that we're gonna win. I think Maresca's gonna set us up really well tactically. It's shown. This man studies, and I love how Vincent Kompany earlier today said, "Yeah, we know how they're gonna play. We've seen over 40 games. We've done our homework. We will see if we've done our
Chelsea
homework."
Games. Good luck, buddy.
First of all, big up. You're a Chelsea fan there, but also, I heard Oliver Glasner say the same thing, and all he has to show for it is a few draws. That's it. That doesn't mean anything to me. Study us all you want. Think you know what you want to know. pretend that you're going to be there confident and win it all. But when it comes down to it, when it comes to cooking, when it comes to Champions League, when it comes to winning trophies, this team has the mentality, and Maresca has shown. Who is PSG? Who is PSG? You know, who said that? We will go there and we'll win. I'm confident. 3-2 is my prediction.
3-2. You're giving them too much credit, man.
Harry
Robert.
Kane, man.
That's why I said 3-1. He scores the one. Robert.
This. Sometimes people say, style make fight. If there's an opponent in Europe that you could pick for Chelsea to face, it's Bayern Munich. The way they plays exactly in our hands. The way Harry Kane plays, it plays exactly in Tosin's hands. The way our fullback plays, the way Cucurella plays, the way Olise play exactly in Cucurella's hands. The way Luis Diaz likes to play, plays exactly in Rich James or Gusso's hands. Right?
We know Diaz too.
The way the midfield like to play, we no physicality will eat them for lunch. The fullback are not that impressive.
Not even for dinner, for lunch.
On top of all that, they play high line. You don't want to play high line against Chelsea Football Club. That is a recipe for disaster. This is why I've been saying maybe Maresca expect Gusto to start, because he wants to absolutely annihilate the high line. Take Gusto 1v1 in the high line against Jonathan Tah.
I'm taking him out. Long
day. And I said this, I think I might have tweeted this too. I think Bayern's best chance of beating us is to bench Olise and start Nicholas Jackson. That way, you play Harry Kane in his number 10. You have Diaz, Jackson, Esnabri running at our defense. That is scarier than having Diaz, Harry Kane, and Olise running at our defense. Because Harry Kane wanna engage into a wrestling match, trying to hold you down, and that's exactly what Tosin likes to do. That's exactly what Tosin is comfortable for. The type of forward Tosin is not comfortable with is exactly what the type of forward that Jackson is. And then Cucurella, the type of winger that Olise is the type of winger Cucurella likes to go up against. You're tricky, but you're not too quick. You're not twitchy. You don't have the pace. So you have to fake left to go right, to fake right to go left, and that's exactly what Cucurella likes to do. The shifty Doku will give Cucurella a hard time. The one that likes to run in behind and has pace will give Cucurella a hard time. But the shifty ones, those
the tricky
that
ones
don't have pace, Cucurella likes to have those. That's why he does well against Isaka or Mo Salah, because what they want to do is fake you left, go right, or fake you right and cut inside. And Cucurella loves to go against those.
Yeah, because even if you beat him, he's still I don't know where
he's still faster than you.
I don't know where Cucurella gets his recovery pace from. You will beat him, think you're away, and then he's the same one putting in the tackle to kick the ball out.
Exactly. And so this is why tomorrow I said I'm not worried in the slightest. I don't care if they won 6-0 or 10-0 on the weekend against Hamburg, however you want to call him. But tomorrow there'll be Real Betis 4-1 Chelsea.
And that's we're coming with chest today, boys. We're coming with everybody.
I would have put it on and said book it, but I'll just leave it at that. 4-1 Chelsea.
We're still going to respect Bayern Munich because they are Bayern Munich.
Yesterday I said 3-1, and I said I'm being conservative when I say we beat them 3-1. I said I'm being conservative. So now I'm saying 4-1. Part of me still says I'm being conservative, but we shall see.
Yeah. I don't know. There's something. This game just feel like it's setting up for Chelsea to go and put a performance in the Champions League. Because I just feel like some of these boys have so much to prove. They're not in Ballon d'Or conversations. They're not in world class conversation because they haven't played at the big stage in Europe. We got something for you too. Champions League, UEFA. I can't call even Infantino, and I know you're the World Cup president, but we got something for y'all. All right? See this club? We got something for you. And for me, the guy that I really want to have the most success tomorrow is Caicedo. He's been on from the jump, in my opinion. He's been disrespected the most out of all our players. by rival fans. And tomorrow, oh, y'all gonna see something. Y'all gonna see something. No, going forward, let's talk about how we expect to line up. Is it fair to say I wouldn't be surprised if Estevao doesn't start and we go with a lineup similar to because it's the first time back in Champions League, we go with a lineup similar to that PSG final. We have Reece in midfield, Enzo, Caicedo, Palmer off the right, Neto off the left, João Pedro up front, and we get the overlap from Gusto.
Yeah, I think I actually think that's what's gonna happen. Just that you bring in Tosin instead of instead of Colwell.
Yeah.
But I think everything has to pretty much remain the same. Cole Palmer in the same area, and then you have João Pedro up top, and then you have Pedro Neto on the left, and Gusto doing the overlap and making runs in behind, and then Rich James helping on the right back and also assisting to create overload in midfield, along with Enzo Fernandez and sometimes João Pedro dropping back as well. So I think as you said, the midfield is where we're probably gonna win this, but it is probably gonna be because we're gonna overload. We're gonna overload them in midfield. We're gonna overcrowd the midfield. We're gonna be like 2 or 3 versus 4 of ours. That's gonna be the problem. But so I'm calm by this game. I'm not. I actually would be surprised if we don't win. It'd be a surprise to me if we don't win.
Yeah, and again, the excitement for me is just being back in Champions League and seeing some of these boys under that. You know, the biggest world stage football.
Javon, act like you've been here before, man.
I have, but bro, it's been a while.
Act like you've been here before, bro.
I'm not crying.
You've won this thing twice. Why you act like
act like you've been here before?
Ran into this thing, man. Act like you've been here before.
Bro, I'm not crying. It's been so long.
It's been 2 years, man. It's been 2 years. It's
Marshall, go ahead.
Listen, when it happened, when we qualified, I was excited. Now I'm just ready. I'm like, I'm like Javon. I want this to be 3:00 already. I want to see the game. I want to see what my boys can do. Right? I think I agree with the lineup that you guys posed. I do think it could very much be Malo Gusto and Reece James in the same lineup, and Malo Gusto kind of bombs forward as like a right winger. But there's also a world where I see like maybe he doesn't start with Reece and he has Malo Gusto doing an inverting, and then you have Estevao in the right wing and Neto in the left.
Imagine my 18-year-old.
I could see it.
Oh, and he likes
for sure.
And then he's the talk of the town and not Yamal. Oh, goosebumps.
The thing that really gets me excited the most about this game and just this tournament in general is that like I really want, and I already said this, by the end of the season, I think Enzo, Caicedo, Palmer, and I'll throw João Pedro in there too. I think they will be in conversations as nominees for the Ballon d'Or. And I need to see that happen. I think these players are talented. They can reach those levels, those heights. And this is the stage, right, where we've seen it. A lot of people, you could tell, especially with Nani, right? Like I've seen it recently with Nani and all this conversation, the pundits saying, oh, at Chelsea, we could tell you don't watch Chelsea. We could tell you don't watch Chelsea. Now we're in Champions League. You will be watching us. You will be watching us. You will be entertained. And you will thank us later. But now you're watching us,
they won't thank us. They'll hate us more later.
Yeah, hate us more. But now that you're watching us, pay close attention to Caicedo because we have told you for years now, right? This is the second year, third year now we're going into. This man is one of the best midfielders in the world.
Do you not remember when Gary Neville said the reason why he doesn't think Spain will win the Euros is because Cucurella was going to be their weakness?
Oh, yeah.
Those are the type of opinion. Again, to go back to what again, agenda must agenda. If Marshall is saying that he expects 3 of our players to be in the Ballon d'Or conversation, I've been vindicated that elite recruitment is full and well.
Oh my God! Marshall, finish. I'm gonna mute this man.
I forgot to mention Cucurella is in that conversation too.
Elite
like he's gonna have a great.
If you expect 4 Ballon d'Or candidates in one season for Chelsea, that's the definition of elite recruitment.
No, and I think we're gonna have like This is going to be. I told you guys. I think we're going to win it. I'm so confident that this team has got what it takes to win it. We saw what they're capable of. We saw how Maresca can be flexible. Everyone's saying, "Oh, this is Maresca's first time in a Champions League. He's inexperienced." Brother, it was his first time in a Club World Cup. It was his first time playing PSG, and look at how he performed. At the end of the day, the football talks. Enough of this. He's not experienced. Oh, it's his first time. He's going to have nerves.
It was his first time coaching in the Premier League.
Yeah.
He got top 4.
Yeah. So there's a talented squad there, and he knows how to use it. And we forget. And this goes under the radar. We forget. Maresca's a nerd. Like I'm saying that in the most polite way. When it comes to football, this man is a nerd. He eats, sleeps, dreams about football, and we forget that because the interview was almost more than a year ago, where he came out and said, "Oh, I know all the Chelsea players. I studied every single one of them." And I'm like, "That's a little creepy, but I respect it. It's a little creepy, but I respect it." But like this guy, you don't think this guy's gonna sit there and study Olise and study? He probably studied, even though Musiala is not playing right now. He probably studied it anyway. Extra credit. I'm in night school with for fun. I'm doing the classes too.
He's studying. For real. And it should be a cracking game. But this is where Javon gets serious. At the weekend, we have my biggest ops. I'm not even smiling anymore. At the weekend, we have that rusty, dusty, scrub, poison chalice of a club called Manchester United. Listen, if we don't pick up 3 points, and I say this every year, and I will keep on saying this. If we don't pick up 3 points against Manchester United with our rim job, with our scrub, right, with Bruno Fernandes in the middle of the park, I am going to lose it again. Every year around this time, I have a mental breakdown because we don't beat this team. Please let me have sanity, because I have gimmicks, I have videos that I want to create. I want to show you all my personality and how creative I can get, but I cannot do it unless we beat Manchester United, this scrub of a club. I don't even want to talk about logic. I don't even want to talk about tactics. Just get me 3 points and give them an ass whipping on top of it. What are we talking about? They got demolished by Manchester City. They struggled to beat Burnley. Why every time we go to Old Trafford, that leaking club, right? That club that has rats in the kitchen, that club that's when rain is falling, the supporters are getting wet, right? Why when we go there, we have to struggle? Won that, man. And I want a Garnacho, either a Garnacho hat trick or a Garnacho last minute winner.
I'll just take one goal. I'm not greedy. I'm not going to be greedy.
I'm greedy when it comes down to this. Like,
I'll just take one goal for Garnacho.
You know what, Marshall? I'm gonna let you go. I'm getting my blood pressure is rising, and I'm thinking about it right now. It's rubber for club, bro.
I mean, I don't disagree, and I know. Listen, people, even the panel. I know we say this every year. I know. But this time, this is last year you could say, oh, the manager bounce, or the year before that, oh, where they showed up in important games. No. This is the worst since World War II, people. The worst manager that Manchester United has ever had in this team. This has to be it. This has to be it. Where we break that silly record where we haven't beaten them at Old Trafford in 13 years? This has to be it. We must. Like, this is the one where I'm like, okay, Robert, Javon, I mean it. This time we have to do it because there's no better time. This is the ideal time. They are down. They haven't. There's no manager bounce. No manager bounce for you. No. Give me Ruben. We have to win this. There's no excuses for me. If we do not win, especially if we lose, I will be very
No, no, no,
even
no,
if
no,
we
no,
beat
no,
Bayern,
no,
even
no.
if we beat Bayern, I will be very
Listen,
very
listen, listen,
upset.
listen, listen.
At this show
We don't
on
even put that
Sunday.
in the air. This is your
I will
final
be
warning
very
before you
upset.
get ejected from this podcast.
Robert will have to calm me down.
No.
I will be very upset.
Listen, I'm not. Robert, go ahead.
Fellas, I think it is. I'm not even sweating United. It is. Yeah, they'll get smoked. You know, I think City beat them 3-0, and City weren't even that good. City weren't even that good, and they get the whole three. So I'm thinking, yeah, you know, they get smoked. They getting absolutely cooked.
Put the 3
They might
points in the
think
bag.
Put the
Put
they
the
might
3
think
points in the bag.
it's in the bag. It's just by how
Put the
many.
3 points in the bag.
They might think the whole week of rest might help them, but it's not gonna help Casemiro in that midfield going up against Caicedo. It's not gonna help Bruno Fernandes going up against Enzo Fernandez. It's not gonna help, you know, what's his name, Amad Diallo going up against Pedro Neto or, God forbid, Garnacho. You know, it ain't gonna help them. So
No, God forbid nothing, man. God, they're going up against Garnacho.
I am calm. It is going to be an easy game. I'm not stressing, fellas. We're booking 3 points at Old Trafford and
Put it in
bringing
the
back
bag.
home. It's one of them games. The only way we lose this game is if Moresca does some madness and does a pep and overthinks it.
Hopefully
Because
not.
they play back three, and Morrison will start thinking, I gotta play back three too, so that I can match their intensity. No, play our game and we'll cook them.
Boys, remember how that PSG midfield, we basically put them through hell,
Yeah,
right? Like Vitinha couldn't do anything. João Neves got sent off as a result. He just couldn't deal with it anymore. Like he just lost his head. I need Enzo and I need Caicedo to make Bruno Fernandez's life miserable for 90 minutes. Miserable. I think we're going to do fine.
Those Enzo Fernandez late runs in the box with the midfield on track runners are glorious.
Listen, see these
Lord.
boys, they're being somewhat logical. When it comes down to Manchester United, bottle all the logic, bottle all the football IQ that I have, bottle all of that, take it and kick it right out the window. This is tribal. This is war. I want blood, actual tears, right? If I could pay expressions to cook these mans, I would. But unfortunately, it's too expensive. But you get what I'm trying to say. There's no logic whatsoever when it comes on to Manchester United, the scrub of a club. On that day, and listen, Chelsea, I'm telling you this up close and personal. Come here. Don't do it. No, do it. No bother with the foolishness. No nonsense. No come here with the fuckery. Not like last year where I was seething at 45 minutes. At halftime, I should be prepping my match review. I should be prepping my videos. I should be prepping. At halftime. I might even do a watch along. We'll never know. If we're up at halftime, I might pop up live. And me popping up live is just me calling people, roasting Manchester United people. And I have a few to speak to. Chelsea, listen to me. Don't do it. I beseech thee. I'll take a 1-0 win against Bayern, an escaped performance for a demolishment of Manchester United. This is war, and we go to war on Saturday. Okay, now that I'm back to earth, now that I'm back to myself, yeah, please remember to like, share, comment, subscribe. Any final thoughts from the panel?
By the way, Jose Mourinho has just become the new Benfica manager.
Ooh,
interesting times.
Yeah. Bruno Lage was sacked because of he blew a 2-0 halftime lead to Karabakh in the Champions League. They lost 2-2 at home. So
Yeah,
he
I
got
saw
sacked. And Jose Mourinho has been appointed the new manager. So yeah, but anyways, back to Chelsea. Good luck to Jose. Back to Chelsea. I think it's gonna be a wonderful week. I think we'll enjoy the week. We'll have a nice meal prepped for Bayern Munich. We'll cook them. We have a nice meal prep for Man United. We'll cook them and roast them, and then we'll go out and chill against Lincoln City and just let the young kids play.
Yep.
Let the academy kids express themselves a little bit. And
Yep.
for the next 2 games, relax yourself. We got this.
No, not against United. I'm gonna be at the edge of my seat. I will be there. Marshall, final thoughts before we wrap up here.
This week, next time when we film, 2 wins. Put them in the bag. That's where I want to be. I want to be shameless about my team. I want to laugh at everyone else. So we need to cook. We need to cook. We need to. Everyone. Did anyone from England lose?
No, Spurs won.
Spurs almost. They had to.
But they won, right?
To sweat.
Yeah, they won by from our own goal.
But they had to sweat it out against.
They did.
Xavi Simon's not looking too good, is it?
He looked better in a Chelsea shirt. I tell you that much.
I tell you right now. I'd rather Buonanotte.
I like Buonanotte so far.
I do like Buonanotte.
I can't lie. But
please remember to like, share, comment, subscribe, people. Road to 2,000 subscribers. And let me know in the comment section if you guys ever want to see us live, because I know this is pre-recorded, but we can find some time to go live, maybe on a Sunday, And the same thing with UCL Nights. Let us know if you want us to go live there. We might do something live with the boys over there. Please remember to like, share, comment, subscribe. Match reviews dropping. Should drop a match review tomorrow. And definitely against Manchester United. You can catch me on the United Chelsea podcast tomorrow. Might be on Marshall's show on Thursday. Yardman show Saturday. And we run these 2 shows again next week. So the content is contented, and you will see my face as the Chelsea fan, as a UCL representative that loves football all over the space. Robert, let them know where they can find you.
I'm on Twitter, man. I'm also on Playback, CFC Hours. I'm there causing chaos as always at the folks. So come see us there. I think with people are there streaming daily, so everybody comes, have good conversations, and yeah, it's good fun. So yeah, I'll be there. And yeah, man, up the Chelsea.
Up the Chelsea. Marshall, what we say? What you got coming up?
Obviously, when this comes out later today, we'll be live streaming on Casually FC. Reaction to the game, reaction to the victory. I'll say that right now. Reaction to the victory to Bayern.
Hey.
Thursday, potentially another live stream previewing the United game, or Friday. I'll still determine on that. And then obviously Saturday. I think Saturday we play United, right?
Mm-hmm.
Saturday, reaction to United, and then Sunday, Casually FC to talk about some news. So jam-packed week. Love UCL being back. Pretend like I've been here before. We're good.
Oh no, we've definitely been here before. It's just
it's
been a while. It's been a while.
Javon, act like you've been here before, bro.
When you haven't had something in a while. You know when you haven't had your favorite ice cream
before.
or beer in a while, and you
literally.
Listen, I've been here before multiple times. My first time here when I have a podcast, I'll tell you that much. But we've been here before. But yeah, up the Chelsea, like, share, comment, subscribe. We're gone, people. Peace.